Welcome to Inside IT Automation, a ScriptRunner production.
Yeah, hello everyone to this special September Inside IT Automation episode with Bruno. Hi, Bruno.
Hi, Heiko. Everything okay?
Yes, doing fine. Thanks for taking the time. And we want to talk about how to use Lego to learn PowerShell, which is something you are using in your PowerShell trainings for quite some time, right?
Yes, several years ago, I was given the challenge of teaching PowerShell to a group of people which were not known to IT. They were people from the archive department, and they has to order papers into folders. So they need to digitize everything with SharePoint, and therefore they wanted to use PowerShell. But as they didn't have any knowledge of IT, I was brainstorming about it. What can I do to explain objects, methods, and properties to those guys without getting them lost after 10 seconds? Then I got the idea to build PowerShell module, which represents a collection of Lego blocks. I also made it a small box for those guys so they can play within the course. And from that moment, I explained everything with Lego blocks, properties, methods, and so on, how to filter, select object, where object, and so on. And after a few exercises, they got everything and they started to scripting very well. And at the end of the course, I received the feedback that it was really nice and easy to understand. So from that moment on, I used the Lego blocks and also expanded the module that it used classes, and it can be used to display how to write an advanced function, advanced modules, how to publish a package to a gallery, and so on. So, so that was the work after the course we did. We just fine-tuned it a little bit, and since then, I guess that was in 2020. Since then, I'm using Lego blocks to explain PowerShell objects and methods to everyone. I guess I've explained it to 108 people at this moment. So I can tell, I guess it works and it's easy to understand.
Yeah. So
perhaps to show a little bit about the module.
Yeah, sure. So also for everyone who's listening and watching, so we will make this Lego module also available so people can download it.
It's for educational purposes, just to explain stuff. It is not 100% correct written in PowerShell, just to show people how they use PowerShell and so on. The module is a work in progress and will be always a work in progress as it is educational, and it's not a production. It's not used to do stuff in production.
Sure. Yeah, but I think the idea is awesome. Like, because people typically who are into IT, they also have some interest in Lego, and it's very good to understand building blocks and things like that, I guess.
Yeah, yes, properties, methods, and so on, and also the basics of PowerShell, how to approach modules, how to approach objects, and so on.
Yeah. So
I guess we should switch to another screen so I can show you the Lego module.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go to the real thing, so to speak. So let's show us a little bit about how this works and what you can do with this module, and how it helps to learn different aspects of PowerShell.
Okay. First of all, as a normal module, you import it in PowerShell with the command let import module. It's called Lego, and then it will flash a little bit on the screen, and then it will show you a quick help. Show Lego to view the contents. Get Lego or Lego collection also to view the content. The show Lego is more an advanced function. The get Lego is a simple function, or the variable Lego collection can also be used. Let's have a look at the variable Lego collection. When you look at the output of the variable, you see 4 properties: ID, color, shape, and blockout. The first thing people have to learn when you just display a variable or a collection on the screen, it does not show all properties. There's only a limited view. By example, if we take the first element in the collection, this is the Lego construction with ID 1, which is a blue one. I have it here with 6 blocks in total. It's a cube shape, and there are more properties than that, like by example width, height, length, and so on. So if we want to see all properties, we can use format table, by example, property all. There you will see that suddenly the width, height, length are added to the object. So first thing people have to keep in mind when they are showing an object to the screen, that is not the complete object. It's just a view. So if they don't look at all properties, they will lose a lot of information. And another way you can use it to show the properties of an object is get member. That will show us that the type of the object is a Lego collection. We have a few properties over here. Let's have a look. Property, yep. Oh, my screen is a bit property. Yes, this one. And we also have a few methods like speak and calculate the volume. So this means that this object is more advanced than you see on the screen. That's the first thing people have to learn. Same as you query a Windows service, you see always a few things on the screen, but not all details. The first thing they have to learn is look deeper into the object.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. And then the second thing is people always want to filter their data, and they have to filter on a certain property. And normally, if you take a Windows service, you can't use the name, but with Lego blocks, you can use the color. And by giving them the box with the blocks, they can also verify directly the result. By example, if we take our variable Lego collection and we just want to filter, Heiko, tell me, how do you filter objects in PowerShell?
Well, there are multiple ways. So where you want to go?
By example, web object.
Okay.
Color equal, let's see, blue. Then it gives me 3 results, and the box are also 3 results, so the people can verify directly their outputs. Then another thing is you can also select certain properties of an object. This is by example by select object, property, name, shape. Name is not used, so we will use ID and shape by example. That gives us 2 properties. We can also add good. Then some clever guy, when I displayed this the first time, said, yes, I want to calculate the volume. How can I do it? You can add a calculated property to the select object. And there we have multiple possibilities, which are built into the PowerShell collection. The first of one is, there is a method which will give us the volume calculated on the width, height, and perhaps I should add also length, and then you calculate the property. Okay, good. That's the first one, which is a built-in method of the object. Then, so the guys who look into the object and look into the properties, the methods will use this one. The other guys will use width multiplied by height It's just doing the same thing, but this shows to people if they look into the properties of an object, they can save time, and there are a lot of stuff in there. You can compare it with a collection of strings, an array, and you can use or the count property, the count method or property, or you can use the measure object, which does the same but saves time when you use the pre-built-in properties and methods.
Okay, so this is a great learning experience. Number one, seeing the different possibilities, and as you said, finding the optimal way to make it as quick as possible.
Yes. Then that's a bit about the Lego collection. You also have the possibility by default to use Lego, and then you can also do the get help, show Lego by example -online, and this will show you the online help for the commandlet. So people can also learn how to interpret a help, how to use a help by command line, by online, and so on. That's also implemented into the module. So they can use and they can interpret help just on the Lego blocks. That's something we added as we also explaining the help and the parameter sets and so on. So that's one thing we've added to the module, also online help with all the possibilities.
All right, cool.
Yes, and you can also use with the show Lego, you can also use filters and can also define built-in filters, colors, and so on. Another one, commandlet, which is also very useful, is group object. With group object, you can group objects by a property. In our case, we can use, or by example, the color, and we can group them by color, and there is also a count which will be shown. By example, if it's Lego collection, group objects minus property color. And then it will tell me I have 3 blue blocks, 2 red blocks, and 5 yellow blocks. And then the guys are looking into the basket with blocks and he's saying, correct, it's okay. So that's the way how we teach PowerShell and also the methods, properties, and so on to people who don't have any IT knowledge.
So okay, so this is the starting point.
Yes.
Are there any advanced things that you can do with as well?
Yes, we can show that. That is the moment that you will dig into the module. I will show it. So, if we go more advanced, we also have the definition file of Lego, which is completely as it should be, with all the parameters and so on, all the variable types, all the data. Then we have also the module, which is a class. So I use it directly to explain how to create a class, how to add methods to a class, how to use constructors, and so on. And then also how to use formatting the view you see the first time when you use the Lego. So the limited view, I also show them how to use it. And then we also import the commands. So if we go a bit deeper into the functions of the module, you will see that this one is quite a simple function, a regular, nothing special. And then we have the show Lego, which is a complete advanced function with all parameter validation, begin, process, end, error handling, and so on. So that is more advanced on how I built the Lego module. So that is why the module is used during the course, and we just start with the command list, and then we dive deeper into the command list and show how they were built, how they were programmed, how people can use that example to build their own functions and modules and so on.
Cool, very cool stuff. Yeah, so I think for introduction, this is already a lot of interesting information.
It's the last part is a bit deep dive into functions, parameter validation, and so on. But let's say it's used in every scenario in our courses. And the moment they are having difficulties, they grab back to the box, they look into it, to the colors, to the objects, and they start thinking. And after a few minutes, they sort it out and they continue.
Okay, cool. So when you use this, I think we can stop sharing the screen.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to remove it. So the way you use the module, so this is typically for training for 1 day or 2 days, or?
Let's say I have the different flavors of training. I have a basic training, which is mainly PowerShell objects, filtering, handling objects, exporting, and also a bit of functions, and 1 or 2 practical cases, which is mostly Active Directory and Windows purposes. I have the more advanced course, which is the 3D Masterclass. There I begin from 0, but at the speeds at very let's say at speed level to explain everything again, but Lego blocks. So in both cases I use Lego blocks, but the time frame and the depth I'm going, the depth of material depends on the course and on the audience.
Yeah. Okay, cool stuff. So I think for an introduction to see and to get into the idea of explaining PowerShell,
how to
Lego
objects, how to filter on a property, how to group, export, and so on. Share them in a grid view. Export to HTML. They can do it directly. They see the result on the screen and also in the box, so they can compare if they are wrong or if they are right, and they can easily learn fast, and they have something in their hands physically, which they can relate to, and that is a big difference. If you see everything on screen and just typing a few things, then at the end of the course, saying we didn't learn anything. And now even when it's my birthday, they send me a message, "Hey, Mr. Lego block, everything okay?"
That's nice. Yeah, that's cool.
Thinking of it the moment I use it every day, and that's nice.
Yeah, that's great feedback, right? I mean, this is like, and that's also maybe by the way, the PowerShell training that you do it in Belgium only, or also abroad?
At this moment in Belgium, but I'm happy to come abroad.
Okay. So we will definitely have the link also to your website in the description of this conversation, so people can check out
the website
how to connect.
Also in the name, PowerShell.what the fuck.
Yeah.
It's a nice name, no?
Yeah, it's well, maybe so PowerShell is for adults or something.
No, PowerShell is what the fuck. The moment you learn the basics of PowerShell, you will see that it can do a lot of you, and it will give you a lot of time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think this is a perfect final word, I think, for this episode. So this was really, really interesting to see how you combine Lego with learning PowerShell. And as mentioned, the Lego module will be available as well. So also there will be a link in the description. And again, Bruno, thanks a lot.
No problem.
For taking the time. Really interesting topic. And see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Heiko. See you soon.